Ladies, gentlemen, back with another video, and this video is on how to make bronze. So picture this, and I think this happened to me when I started the game. I was looking to make a lot of like rogue armor and had a lot of schematics, but didn't have much powdered silver. So I went to the horse seller and basically kept getting as much powdered silver as I possibly could, but I was eating my bronze, and eventually ate my bronze enough that I couldn't actually give any of my units unit kits, or any of my expensive unit kits. So I had to find a way to make bronze, and it's relatively well known how to do this, but I guess this is for newer players to see. Bronze in this game you can't really make apart from just doing sieges and doing things. You can do your weekly quests, they'll give you some bronze. Obviously sieges give you a lot of bronze, but that is it basically. So what this is what I call my welfare warband, and this allows you to use units and not spend a huge amount of money giving them unit kits when they get damaged. So in the end you end up turning over more bronze than you're spending, and it's by far the best way to make bronze. I had at one point maybe like 10k, maybe 20k bronze for a while, and then I did this for a few weeks and I got, well, pushed myself way up to the millions to give myself a bit of a buffer so I can use exclusively legendary units. So we're now sitting at 5.12 million. So it definitely worked and pushed me up. But yeah, so that's what this video's on. So here we have my primary build. So this obviously would end up costing quite a lot of bronze. Once these start breaking down, to restock the shield maidens, we're going to cost from 70, it's 60,000 bronze. And then to do the King Shields, you got 15. So King Shields actually are pretty good. I think it's because it's their season at the moment. So, but yeah, the prices on stuff, you know, for one unit kit, 6,700 bronze. It can add up very quickly. It basically means you're counteracting any sieges you do, and you're either losing money or breaking even. You know, only for 3 unit kits, you were doing 24,000. So if we go into my warband here, and we go to my bronze saver, now you've got to accept that you're gonna be using worse troops, or like lower tier troops. But the idea is that you're gonna be turning over more bronze per siege. So if we go to like Sons of Fenrir, for example, where are they? There we go. For one unit kit is 1,600. So fantastic, nice and cheap, and those guys absolute wreck at the moment. So they're doing nice. I like to go for my halberdiers as well as a bit of an anti-cav. I made a video on these guys. Really love them. They're great. But they cost, for 8 unit kits, 9,000 bronze. Really isn't much. And then obviously we have iron caps, so that's basically negligible how much they cost to restock. But then in this thing you want to have one unit that you can really rely on, that isn't too expensive. So this is kind of your choice. Don't go for a legendary, go for a purple, but you can mix and match this with pretty much anything. If you were going to go really cheap, you want something that can avoid a lot of combat, so potentially like Javs or something for the distance, so they might survive the game. Or what can we go for in range? Okay, we can't go for anything in range. You'd probably have to edit it a bit, but yeah, so you want to treat yourself to one epic unit, preferably not these two, but yeah, any of the decent ones. That's just giving you that staple to just mean you're not coming last on the list, and maximizing yourself as much as possible. So I'll just pop these back in. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to go for a specialty unit, because there is a fear that you'll run through all these units very quickly. So if you go for something like bagpipes or healers or alchemists, if we look at the unit kit cost of these, only 7,000 for 2, and that sounds expensive, but there's only 6 units, so it's not that bad. Until obviously you get the extra people. But yeah, so it's good to have the smaller amounts of head counts on the units. It helps lower the cost again. But you could do many things with this. So I will get another one I'll make another one that's a little less involved. So this is obviously all, these you want to roam around and look for heroes and archers. This is anti-cav, so these will probably die. These will probably die. These will definitely die. These are what I'd say your bagpipes are for, or your healers are to be your longevity unit. So let's say you've gone through your palace guards, you've gone through all these boys. When you're left with your bagpipes or your healers, that's where you start basically protecting them the entire time. You are just trying to help your team. You're going for that participation over anything. That obviously helps you go up the scoreboards and get you more bronze, essentially. But we'll build another one that's a little bit less involved. So here we have a much less involved welfare warband. We have the Kreese racks that are actually surprisingly cheap to restock for 5 units, 13,000. It's not too bad. Obviously, you can try and keep them out of combat as much as, not out of combat, but out of danger. You can be a bit careful with them, but it doesn't matter if you're not really. And then we got the Namcams, again, super cheap to restock. Some Lanchnecks for that shock troop, again, cheap. We put in the alchemists, again. Once these could easily be wiped out pretty quickly, so quite nice to then at that point go and support your team. With the alchemists, just find where the shield walls are or the pikes and just try and be careful and just get everyone healed up and try and win that siege. And then just the Demise pikemen, probably the best grey unit in the game. Very nice hero killing capabilities, but also it's a grey unit, so it's basically berserker food. But still, it's cheap to restock, so that's why we want it there. And that's it. That is your best way to make bronze. Just make a nice cheap warband that doesn't cost much to re-unit kit all up, and play for a week like that. And you will look at your bronze after the week, and you would have saved so much that then for the next few months you can play your golden units as much as you want. But yeah, this video has just been for people that have run out of bronze, basically. So I hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.